Hello and welcome to GAFF.TV, giving all fans football, and here tonight in London with Nile Ranger, taking time out of his very busy schedule as the Toon striker. You're here, you brought me here. What are we doing here?
I know, it's a bit, you know...
No, not like that. Not like, why did you bring me here, Nile? What? This is your place, isn't it?
It is my place and I love this place. This is home to me.
Tell me about home, where it all began, when you were just a little one.
As in football, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it all began when I was probably about 10. I used to go to this Arsenal academy and my dad used to drop me, my mum and dad. But from then I wasn't really serious about football then. If
you weren't serious about football?
No, just for like play scheme and all that. Just to go, me and my cousins and my friends and that. Obviously it got to an age where like teams were watching me and Crystal Palace, like academy teams, and I didn't know like teams like Crystal Palace, and I didn't really know much about football.
You just like to play?
Just like to play, innit? So obviously I had to go to church. I was forced to church every Sunday, so that was a killer. It's got boring obviously, even though I'm godly, but
yeah,
obviously church at 12 you want to be hanging running
church
around.
Or football?
Yeah, exactly, it's church or football, but I was forced every Sunday.
Does that not teach you discipline though? If you keep a schedule and if your mum's telling you go to church, then now you know that you've got to be up early on a Sunday. Not messing about on a Saturday.
Nah, not really.
I don't like it now.
Really.
You're a grown up now, you can do what you want.
Yeah, obviously when I got told I'm getting signed for a club, it took me out of church. So I was kind of happy that I didn't have to always get forced to church. So it was football instead I was playing, and that with my friends would go there. It was 4 quarters and that. It was a good experience obviously, and that, and you know, watching other players, big players and that. I used to see players and I used to like see Thierry Henry and all that.
Was that your idol?
Kinda.
Who was it that growing up you thought, well, you know what, if
I liked Ian Wright still. I liked Ian Wright though. He's just a bang goals for fun, but Thierry Henry was one of them as well.
Excellent. What do you like about Thierry so much?
I just don't know. He just knows he's like sort of the man. He just knows, innit? He just knows I'm the man.
To take it back to growing up in London, where you are now, obviously, top of your game in the Premiership. How did it start though? You weren't born into a really privileged background. You didn't have things handed to you. Talk to me what that was like.
Boy, you know, I work hard, and like my mum told me, you're not living in this house if you ain't doing nothing.
Really?
Like, of course it was that. Like obviously, I said I have to do something in my life. Like I don't want a 9-to-5 job. No. That's not for me, a 9-to-5. So I said I'm gonna come out here and get on the football pitch. And then when I did, obviously I had my friends there. Obviously certain friends I have were on something different, but I had to move myself away from that and say I've got to do football. So
if you've got friends who are turning to other routes to make money, who are turning, you know, wherever it may be that's not football, how hard is it to say, okay, it's me on my own, I don't have any role models really in my own life? Growing up in an estate, you weren't surrounded by footballers, were you? Did you have to be strong in yourself and say, well, I have to create my own path now?
Yeah, I had to be strong mentally as well. Like obviously my mum was a big part in it, so she said, boy, you ain't staying here if you ain't got a job. So I said I have to do something, and what I did best was kick ball. And she must be so proud of you now. Yeah, she is proud. She's proud now.
Excellent. Coming back here, living in Newcastle, a little bit opposite here, is it really very different, the life you've got now?
Yeah, it's a big difference actually, if I want to be honest.
Is it how you thought it would be growing up? When you did commit and say, right, I'm going to play football now, that's what I'm going to do, did you think it would feel like this? Did you think it would be like this?
Not really, you know, not really, but obviously coming back, like going to Newcastle, was just the atmosphere was different. Everyone's different. Everyone's polite.
Really?
Like, yeah, very polite. Everyone's different, and it was just a different atmosphere. Obviously, it's colder up there. It's just everything's different. But
did you get homesick?
I did get homesick at first, and I've been up there about what, 3 years now. How
did you cope with it? Because you're just a young'un now still, really.
Yeah.
So how did you cope with it being up there when you were just a baby?
Obviously, when I first got up there, I was in digs, so it was even worse sort of thing. Like I didn't feel home, and I always tried to get back every weekend.
Never.
But then I couldn't really do that much, obviously, like often on a regular. Money is all that when I was only a scholar and a pro. So my mum said you got to start staying up there weekends and stuff, and killed me. But obviously I went out with a few of the players and like they made me feel home, so
that's nice.
After that, after about a year and a half, I just got used to it.
And obviously London will always be home, but is Newcastle being nice to you?
At the moment?
The people, yeah. People being nice to you. Yeah, people making you feel at home because you know you're.
Yeah, obviously I made friends up there, and I've been there a long time now. Obviously I've got a 5-year contract, so I'm there till I'm 24 now, so
oh my goodness.
So it's a long time, but obviously I got my girlfriend up there. I got my family will come up quite a lot.
That is good.
I just home. It's home now. It's home.
Of course.
But obviously, I try to get back here as much as I can. So
I like that. And you've still got so many friends around here. The people that you grew up with, you still know. So there's always going to be that feeling of community, isn't there?
Yeah, always. Like obviously, I just want like, and obviously there's youngsters coming up and like, as me coming back from London, seeing me and thinking like, dude, like I want to.
So they
be, like,
can do
exactly,
it.
I want to be a role model for others, but.
So you're giving people what you never had, in a way.
Exactly,
so that must be really rewarding.
Obviously, because there's youngsters like out there thinking, what can I do? I can't do it, and then their mum tells them, well, look at Nile, like he went from ball to a farm, a Sunday League club in Tottenham, and then I just got my way out there. You know what I'm saying? So all the youngsters out there can do it.
I love that. Have you got any message for them? Just knowing, you know, if there's anyone at home right now thinking, watching a bit of gaff, I don't know how it goes, what message can you give them if they're in doubt about whether they can do it or not?
Just to put your mind to it, because obviously the sky's the limit. So
I like that so much.
Put your head to it, put your head down, get your head down and graft.
Do you know what, Nile? It's been an absolute pleasure. Before we go, any messages for anyone watching you right now in London? Just the little ones, just the ones that are thinking, should I go to church or should I play football?
Go to both. Church is good. Church is good, but obviously football is the main thing.
There you are, church and football. Thank you, Nile.
Yeah.
Thank you from GAFF.TV.